Recently, a professor walked into her university and handed in her resignation letter, not because she was burnt out, but because her online course had generated more than her entire year's salary in a single month. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how that transformation happened and how you can turn your knowledge into a thriving online education business. And what I'm about to share does not require complicated marketing tricks or complex technology. It's a simple, proven system that's helped hundreds of people like you turn their knowledge into a successful business. So the journey to creating a thriving course begins with answering 3 simple questions that most course creators never even think to ask. These questions create the very foundation for everything else. You answer these correctly, and the rest of the pieces will fall into place much more easily. Let me walk you through each one. But before I do, if you're here because you're serious about building an online program around your knowledge or skill set, comment course below and we'll send you the link to book a free course consultation where we'll actually map out the journey from where you are now to becoming a successful course creator, just like we did for that exact professor that I was talking about. Okay, so the first question is, what is your specialized skill set? We have to start here. You can't teach what you don't know. So what's the topic that friends, family, colleagues constantly say, hey, can I pick your brain about X, Y, and Z? Or could you show me how to do that? Your knowledge often feels so natural to you that you take it for granted. Maybe you've mastered digital marketing, or you're amazing at watercolor painting. Perhaps you've developed a unique project management system, or even maybe you have a special way of growing thriving organic gardens. But because it comes so easily to you, you might underestimate just how valuable that knowledge is to somebody else. But when people do start recognizing your expertise, it's so exciting, right? Everyone wants to learn from you, your knowledge is valuable to them, but eventually you become a victim of your success and your knowledge. You're trapped in this endless cycle, teaching the same concepts over and over and over again, scheduling countless quick calls to share your expertise and trading more and more of your time for money. And the worst part is, this thing you genuinely love doing, it starts to drain you and suck the life out of you. So you're working longer hours, taking on more clients or students, but you're stuck in this never-ending cycle of doing. And this is exactly why we are here today, to show you how to share your knowledge in a way that actually helps you break free from the time for money trap. So this brings us to our second crucial question. Who needs your skill set? And this is where a lot of people get stuck. I would say most people get stuck here, because it's not just about finding people who could benefit from your knowledge. It's about identifying who would benefit from it the most. Who has the specific problem that your skill set or expertise solves? That's what we need to figure out. So this is so important that we've actually created a free tool called the Ideal Client Decoder that helps you pinpoint exactly who your ideal course participants are in a matter of minutes. If you want to give it a try, there's a link below in the description for you to access it for free. The third question is, what exactly do you need to deliver to them? What's the transformation they're looking for? Because here's the cold, hard truth. In this day and age, people don't buy courses for information. They buy them for transformation and efficiency. You want to think of it like climbing a mountain. Your students or your clients are at the bottom. They're feeling frustrated, challenged, maybe even a little stuck or a lot stuck. So your expertise is the map that guides them to the peak. It's what we call their hero moment. So this journey, what I call the 0 to hero transformation, is what turns your skill set, your knowledge, your expertise into actual value. When you craft your course, you need to clearly define both points. So where are your students right now? Their 0 state, their challenges, their frustrations, and their pain points. And where do they want to be? Their hero state, the outcome that they are dreaming of. So I want to show you how this works in real life. So take one of my clients, Chris, who teaches people how to play the trumpet. When he first started, he thought his students were just at the bottom of a technical mountain, learning notes and scales. But what he discovered was they were actually at the bottom of a much more meaningful peak. They weren't just stuck on trumpet techniques. They were stuck in their creative lives. His expertise wasn't just a map to playing music, it was a map to rediscovering their passion and creativity. That's the transformation they truly desired. So as a course creator, you're really a problem solver at heart. Your students aren't just paying for information, they're paying for the solution to their problem in the most efficient manner. Whether you're teaching business systems or watercolor painting, Excel mastery, or organic gardening, your course isn't about dumping information on your students. It's about guiding them through a transformation that solves a specific problem in their lives. And this brings us to the next crucial piece, the prototype to profit method. So how do you pay while you're building your course? So before we dive into the details of this process and how powerful it is, like I said, if you want to get clear on your ideal audience and the transformation they seek, comment course below to book your free course consultation, and we'll help you identify both and define your path forward as a successful online business owner. Okay, so now that you understand the answers to these crucial questions, you have created the foundation. So what's next? When people think about creating a course, they usually go down one of two paths. They either start by building an audience first, or they dive straight into creating their course. Both roads lead to frustration. Building an audience without an offer is like gathering a crowd with no show to put on. Instant anxiety. You'll end up with followers who might be interested, but you won't know what they actually need or want. And creating a course without validating it first, it's like spending months writing and directing a movie without ever asking if anyone actually wants to watch it. I have seen countless people pour their time and energy into these perfectly polished courses, only to launch to an empty theater. Think about your favorite blockbuster movie. Before spending millions on production, what do? They test the concept. They gather feedback. They perfect the script. Only then do they start filming. So how do you make a blockbuster movie out of your specialized area of knowledge? So I do this with this method called prototype to profit. So here's how it works. Instead of creating an entire course up front, you start with a simple prototype, a bare bones version of your program that you deliver to a very small group of clients. You want to think of it like a restaurant soft opening. Before investing in a grand launch, they test their menu with a small group of diners who provide real feedback. Here's exactly how you would implement this. First, you reach out to your warm network, okay? Reduce the friction. Friends, family, colleagues, past clients. You want to send them a simple message. Hey, I'm working on a project to help specific type of person with specific problem. Do you know anyone I could interview for research purposes? So this covers off your first roughly 10 research interviews and your first 10 potential clients. From there, it's a matter of allowing those first 10 to refer you to more people who are seeking similar support. That organically and quite quickly allows you to build a highly targeted potential client list without marketing, without social media. So from there, you want to set up short interviews with anyone who shows interest. During these calls, you don't sell. Do not sell. You just listen. Put your listening ears on. Ask them about their dreams, their fears, their goals. Let them tell you exactly what they need. So at the end of each call, you're simply just going to say, thank you for your time. I'm in the research phase of creating a program that's exactly what you described. Would you be interested in knowing when it's ready? And when you're ready to launch your prototype, you'll reach back out to those same people, not with a sales pitch, but with the solution to the exact problems that they shared with you. So it feels like you actually care and you were listening because you do. So this approach does something really magical. It builds your first group of potential clients while simultaneously creating your curriculum, because those interviews just told you exactly what needs to be in your course. It is gold. In effect, the prototype to profit method allows you to research and market at the same time. Instead of worrying about complex funnels or fancy launch strategies, you start with simple conversations and actually knowing what people want from you. So this method is generating incredible results for our clients. So take Kirby, who specializes in short-term rental investments. He started by interviewing potential clients to understand their biggest needs, then delivered his first version live over 6 weeks. Today, his program has transformed over 200 lives and generated well over $600,000 in revenue. Then there's Katie, a veterinarian who generated $52,000 in pre-sales before even creating her full course. Or Matt, a percussion teacher. He made $33,000 with his prototype. Those are just a few examples, but perhaps most remarkable is Samira, who I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So despite her impressive credentials, she actually shared this with us. I have a doctorate and 2 postdoctorate degrees and hardly made $5,000 a month. I hold 2 positions at the university and stress and chest pain are part of my lifestyle. So in February 2024, she launched her first prototype to profit course. Month after month, her course income grew. Soon enough, she shared this update with us. July was the 2nd month I earned more than my salary as a professor and director. I am still delivering my 2nd pop. So I gave my notice to the university. My knees were shaking and I was scared as hell. Leaving academia after 1 decade of hard work was unimaginable. But I gave my notice. I am more dedicated than ever to my company and I'm beyond grateful. That's the power of the prototype to profit method. You don't need to spend months or years creating the perfect course. You just need to take that first step. Reaching out, listening, and serving that first small group of potential clients. The rest will follow. But right now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't have a huge following and I'm just starting from 0. And my response to that is, perfect. Seriously, let me tell you about what I call the 0 audience advantage, why starting small is truly your secret weapon. So that's exactly where you want to be. Here's why. Most people think they need thousands of followers before they can launch a course, but some of our most successful clients started with absolutely no audience. So take Anna, a police force dog handler for 18 years. When she created her program, she didn't have a single follower, yet within her first launch, she got 40 clients at 497 pounds each, generating 19,000 pounds in revenue. How? Because she understood something so important. You don't need a massive audience. You need the right audience, and finding them is easier than you think. So your ideal clients are already hanging out in specific places online, actively looking for solutions to their problems. Let me show you exactly how you find them and attract them. So think about the specific problem you solve. So in Anna's case, she helped dog owners dealing with aggressive and unpredictable behavior. She found a Facebook group called Reactive and Aggressive Dog Support Group. That's 61,000 potential clients all in one place. But here's where most people go wrong. They join these groups and immediately they start to solicit and promote their program. Instead, think of yourself as a detective. Your clues are truly, truly everywhere. So here's what you want to do. Read the comments in Facebook groups. What problems keep coming up continuously and consistently? You want to study Amazon book reviews in your niche. What are people saying? Oh, I wish they included this in this book, or it was really lacking this information to really help me achieve this result. Or search Reddit threads, which are gold. What questions are being asked again and again in your space? And even scanning Instagram comments. What frustrations are people expressing? You're already on Instagram, might as well use it for a good purpose. So these aren't just places to find clients, they are your market research goldmine. So each frustrated comment is telling you exactly what your program needs to address to make it stand out and be desirable. So you don't just want to observe though, you want to engage, be proactive. When someone posts a question, you can answer and help them out. Not with a sales pitch, but with genuine value. Every helpful comment is planting a little seed, and it builds your authority and creates a real connection. So remember, you're not trying to reach everyone. You're looking for that small group of people who desperately need your specific solution. And when you find them, they become more than just students. They become your success stories, your testimonials, and often your biggest advocates. So the beauty of starting with no audience is that you can be laser focused in your research. each conversation, each comment thread, each review becomes valuable market intelligence about what your ideal students really need. And that gives you a massive unfair advantage and ultimately allows you to make competition completely irrelevant forever. So this brings us to where many course creators get stuck. As you're searching those Facebook groups or Reddit threads or Instagram comments, you're gonna notice dozens of other courses in your space. The competition. So most people see this and freak out. They immediately doubt whether there's room for them. But I'm about to show you why that perceived competition is actually a massive opportunity and a really good thing. So the key to standing out in any market isn't about being better than everyone else. It's about becoming what we call a market of one, where competition becomes completely irrelevant. When you combine your unique knowledge with a highly specific audience, you automatically step out of the competition altogether. You are not fighting for attention in a crowded marketplace. You're creating your own space where you're the only logical choice for your most ideal clients. So think about your expertise or your knowledge or your skill set, not just what you know, but your unique way of solving problems. When you aim this specific expertise at a very particular audience, not just anyone who wants to learn, but people with a specific challenge or goal, you create something that can't be replicated. Truly, you become irreplaceable. You become the go-to authority. So let me show you exactly how this works in real life. So Monica had a successful dance studio in New York City for 15 years. When 2020 forced her online, she did what most people do. Created a general dance course. The result? In 7 months, she made just $640 from 2 sales. But that's when Monica came to us and completely shifted her approach. So instead of trying to compete with every other dance instructor online, Monica combined her unique skill set and teaching approach with a very specific audience need. She stopped teaching how to dance and instead developed a program to help adults go from uncomfortable and isolated in social settings to learning how to dance in any environment so they can feel confident, social, and build lasting relationships. Quite a shift, right? So the transformation in her business was dramatic, to say the least. Within 6 months, she celebrated $50,000 in sales. By the end of her first year, she had generated over $200,000. More than she'd ever made in 15 years of in-person teaching. She accomplished this not by trying to be better than other dance instructors, but by creating her own unique space in the market. And today, Monica has generated over $1 million in sales for her online program. So when you're offering a unique solution that perfectly pairs with what your ideal clients need, premium pricing becomes natural. After all, when you're offering a unique solution that perfectly matches what they need, you're no longer competing on price. That's irrelevant. So that's why you can charge $2,000 for a transformational program instead of $99 and hope somebody buys your generic information. You only need 5 clients per month instead of 1,000 because you're not selling commodity information, especially in the age of AI. And with a surplus of free information online, you are selling an irreplaceable solution. So this approach makes you magnetic to the right clients. You're not trying to appeal to everyone or shout louder than the competition. Instead, you become the go-to authority for a very specific transformation that only you can provide. So this is what turns your expertise into a course people actually want to buy. Not because it's better than other courses, but because for your ideal clients, there are no other courses. There's no other option. You have officially become a market of one. Now let me show you how to turn this unique position into a sustainable business that grows while you're not working. Sounds good, right? It's what I call the evergreen engine or the evergreen machine, a system that sells your course while you sleep. So you wanna know the biggest mistake most course creators make? They treat their marketing like a hamster wheel, constantly launching, relaunching, and hustling for every single sale. But the real win comes when you build a system that sells while you sleep, across time zones, without you having to show up live every time. You want to think of it like a Netflix series versus a live TV show. Instead of having to perform live every time, you're creating something people can discover and join wherever they're at and whenever they're ready. This is exactly how Samira, who we met earlier, went from burning out in academia to running a thriving course business. Instead of endless live launches, she built what we call an evergreen machine, a system that attracts and converts students 24/7. So once you've validated your course with that first small group of clients, that's the method we talked about in the prototype to profit section, you're ready to create your autopilot system. So the autopilot system has 3 essential components that work together to create a continuous flow of ideal clients. The first piece is what we call magnetic messaging. So it's valuable free material that solves a small piece of your ideal client's problem. So this could be YouTube videos answering common questions in your field, podcast episodes sharing client success stories, or blog posts breaking down key concepts. The goal isn't to give away your entire course, it's to demonstrate that you understand their problem and have a solution that works. So think of free content as a teeny tiny piece of a 1,000-piece puzzle, and your program as the entire puzzle, allowing clients to efficiently get their result in one focused place. Next comes your autopilot enrollment system. This is where most people go very wrong. So they try to sell their course directly from their content. Instead, you want to invite potential clients into a conversation. For example, one of our clients who teaches productivity to entrepreneurs used to struggle selling her $2,000 program directly from her YouTube channel. When she switched to offering a free productivity audit first, her conversion rate tripled. The key is to focus on what we call result capturing, actively documenting and sharing your students' success. Every time a client hits a milestone, has a breakthrough, or achieves their goal, that becomes part of your proof library. These authentic stories do more for sales than any marketing copy ever could, no matter how good it is. So you think about it, when your course genuinely changes lives, marketing becomes less about convincing and more about connecting. People can feel the authenticity of real client stories. That's why our most successful clients spend more time helping their current clients succeed than they do trying to find new ones. By following the principles we've covered, from nailing your skill set to building a sustainable system, you're not just creating an online course. You're building a true legacy that will impact lives around the world, generating income and influence along the way and long after you've stepped away from the day-to-day operations. You have the expertise, you've seen the framework. Now, it's time to actually do the work to bring it to life. But you don't have to figure this out on your own. Every single successful course creator that we've talked about today, Samira, Anna, Monica, and the many more, they all started with the same first concept: getting expert guidance to map out their path forward. So comment course below to take that first step, and we'll send you the link to book your free course consultation with my team so that we can truly help you map out your unique expertise and market position, that market of one. And then we can, from there, also help you identify who is that ideal client for you and their specific pain points, because that's so important to the process. And also help you create that custom roadmap from prototype to profit and show you exactly how to price and position your course for maximum impact. So click the link below and maybe I'll be sharing your success story very soon. And be sure to check out this video next on how I built my own online education business to $5 billion a year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was really helpful. I can't wait to see your light bulbs in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.